Hello, this is Marcus with the Best Buy blog. Today I'm going to be reviewing these Asus gaming routers, the AX5400 and the AX5700. These are the special limited edition Gundam themed routers. I'll be talking about their specs, their features, and what makes these routers so special. With so much time spent at home, our internet access has become more important than ever. We generally don't give much thought to our internet routers, but we do start to look at them once we run into internet issues. But you know what? These little guys are really important. They're responsible for our Wi-Fi connection strength, our internet speeds, and our security. Let's start off with some of their specs. So we're looking here at the AX5400 and the AX5700. They actually share a lot in common. For starters, they're both dual band routers that support Wi-Fi 6. Both of these routers also support 4 local area network ports, those are LAN ports, and can support up to 100 devices. Speaking of their wireless connection, both the Asus routers are mesh enabled via Asus AI Mesh. In the case of these routers here, both can be combined to work on the exact same mesh network. With the tech specs out of the way, let's talk about their design. Both of these Asus routers are themed after the popular 1979 Mobile Suit Gundam series. With the AX5400 here, the design and color scheme is meant to replicate the iconic Gundam RX-78U. The AX5400 is designed to sit horizontally. Behind the front grille here are RGB LEDs, and there's a few different effects that you can cycle through by pressing the button along the top of the router here. Along the back of the router is where you're going to find the 4 antenna as well as all of the connectivity options. The AX5700, on the other hand, is themed after the rivals of the Earth Federation, the Principality of Zeon. Like its brother, the AX5700 does have matching printing on the front, letting you know the Gundam model as well as its allegiance. However, unlike the AX5400, the AX5700 stands up vertically and does not support any sort of flashy LEDs along the front. Along the back, you'll find that it does have 3 antennae as well as its connection ports. Moving on here to the wireless speed and the range, both of these routers were tested using my home's fiber optic internet connection. On my current plan, my network speeds are rated at 175 megabits per second. This means that that is going to be the maximum speed that both of these routers should be able to attain. So if you have a faster or slower internet speeds than me, your experiences are going to differ slightly with your router. Alright, setting a baseline here, if I use the router provided by my internet service provider, I have download speeds of 170 megabits per second and upload speeds of 176 megabits per second. When testing both of these Asus routers, I was actually able to get faster upload and download speeds than my ISP provided router. Although my ISP data speed limit is rated at 175 megabits per second, the AX5400 was actually able to achieve 181 megabit per second downloads and 171 megabit per second uploads. And as expected with the AX5700, with slightly faster hardware comes slightly faster speeds as well. Download speeds, it achieved 183 megabits per second and 176 megabit per second upload. In terms of wireless range, both routers provided ample wireless coverage. The AX5400, as I said earlier, is rated at 2,000 square feet, while the AX5700 is slightly larger at 2,400 square feet. This range is going to depend on factors like whatever obstructions that you have between your wireless device and the router. This includes walls, doors, things like that. Those are all going to impact your wireless connection. When we talk about how we can control the router, we have 3 different options. We can use the internet browser, a mobile app, or you can actually use voice control. In the browser and mobile app, Asus was actually really keen on their attention to detail. Their wallpapers as well as themes actually change color according to which router you're using. Within the browser and mobile app, you're going to actually have the most control over your router. This ranges from simple things like changing your Wi-Fi password to more specific tasks such as port forwarding. And since these are gaming routers, they also come with gaming mode. This mode actually prioritizes the network speed of the device that you specify. The result is that during gaming mode, the device that you specify will always have the top internet speed, regardless of what other devices are on the network. You can also control your router using voice control. If you are using voice control, you won't have the full suite of control like you would on the browser or mobile app, but you can still use these commands to do simple things like turn on and off guest mode, you can enable game mode, as well as restarting your router. So you're probably wondering what's going on in the background here and when I'm going to talk about that. So let's talk about it right now. If you're a Gundam collector, you're going to love these Gundam tumblers. So these Gundam tumblers actually come free with a purchase of these Gundam routers. They have a value of $54.99, and as I said, they come free with the purchase of these routers. Each of these tumblers holds up to 600 milliliters of liquid and is BPA free. The body is made out of a double-walled steel, which can keep your drinks warm for up to 6 hours or cool for up to 12 hours. Alright, so my final thoughts on the Gundam routers. As far back as I can remember, I've always tried to hide my boxy and unattractive internet service provider routers. But if you're getting the Asus Gundam routers here, I think these are something that you can proudly display. In terms of features and specs, both of these routers offer similar functionality and features. They provide plenty of range, especially if you're living in a condo, and it can cover most houses as well. But if you're aiming for the top end speeds here, the AX5700 does pull slightly ahead over the AX5400. What if you can't decide on either one? Well, that's not a problem either. Like I said, both of these routers are compatible with the Asus AI mesh, which means both of these can share the exact same mesh network, and you can have both of them in your collection. Well, that's all for today, everybody. If you want to check out my full review of these Gundam-themed Asus gaming routers, you can check it out on the Best Buy blog. Or if you'd like to know what else I'm up to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PewX31 or on Facebook and YouTube at PewX3. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.